Greetings, everybody. I feel led to make this video today, not to hurt nobody, not to tear anybody down, but to help some people out there. Okay, right now I'm recording this video, and I don't know if anyone can see it clearly, but right now I'm filming a man that's been homeless for years. He has his back turned toward me. I've been praying for this man diligently for years. He's been homeless out here in this area right now for years, right? Now, with this man in particular, I have not been led to go say anything to him. We have crossed paths a couple of times, and when we've crossed paths, when he's been coming out of the bathroom of a grocery store or something like that, we've crossed paths, and it hasn't been anything nice, because he still has something against me, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. He has something against me. I don't have anything against him. Now, here's the story. This man that you're seeing right now that's been homeless for years, when I say years, I want to say he's been in this area now for about 3 years at least. Okay? This man and I used to work together. We worked together for the city of Kansas City, Missouri, where I reside. And this man he's a younger man than me. He's like about, he's like about 7 years younger than me, right? So this man owned the job. And before I go any further, like I said, I forgave him during the time when this happened. So I surely forgive him now, right? But this man was what I call a work bully. On the job, he was the joker at the job, and I was always the center of his jokes. He would always tell me I didn't belong around anybody else. You know, typical signs that you're chosen. But he would say I didn't belong on the job. I dress funny. I walk funny. I talk funny. When I had my born again experience while I was working that job, he didn't take it for truth. He thought it was something fake, something fraudulent. So I was the center of all his jokes, things like that, right? Well, he had a very cute girlfriend at the time that he lived with. Everything in his life seemed to be going good. He was just fresh out the Navy, making some money, working for the city. He wasn't really happy with the job he was doing for the city. Neither was I, for that matter. But we both needed work. The thing is, he was getting a check from his discharge from the Navy as a young man. He got to travel the world. Nice looking young man. Very nice looking, tall and lean, nice looking, real nice complexion, real nice gray hair, you name it, right? He had it, and he was funny. So, the people were attracted to that. The women on the job were attracted to that. In the office, out of the office, you name it. Okay, this man seemed to have everything. However, shortly after, bullying me and taunting me every day, he started having problems in his relationship. And at that same time, I was having problems in my relationship. I was having problems in my marriage. So he took that and ran with it. And as one pastor even told him, you're coming for him, talking about me, you're coming for Martin just because you're dodging the bullet of what you're going through and what you're dealing with, right? So handling his situation, he totally handled it the wrong way. Very young man, didn't know any better, but handled his situation the wrong way. Left Kansas City, Missouri, moved someplace out of state. I believe it was somewhere in Florida. Stayed out there for a numerous amount of years. Came back to Kansas City. Obviously got a hold of some bad drugs. Was just never the same. However, he recognized me just like he recognizes me to this day. Because our first time crossing paths again, when I saw him back in Kansas City, he just looked real bad. You could tell the mind he had, he was losing it, right? So when we had a chance encounter, he was walking by the grocery store and he was throwing bottles and all this and that, because it seemed like to him, we had just switched places. Things were going better for me. Things were going worse for him, right? Now, let's bring it up to modern day. Like I said, I have not been led to speak to him because he's not in his right frame of mind. However, I promise I have not laughed at this man's condition, not once. I have been praying for this man diligently. If it was up to me, I would reach out to him to help him, but it's not up to me. I had to learn that. A lot of times we'll do things that we seem is right, but we're actually in disobedience, not in obedience. And there's a cause for disobedience, right? There's a cause for disobedience. So, like I said, I've been praying diligently for this man. I pray that he does better. I pray that, he eventually comes out of these streets and that his mind is restored. My sole purpose for making this video is to let others out there know when you're being bullied and it seems like somebody's on the top and you're on the bottom, you never know how things will change around for you. You never know how the tables will turn. I got my own share of struggles that I'm dealing with right now, right? So I'm not saying that I'm above him. I'm not saying that I'm better than him by any means. I'm just saying, watch who you tear down. Watch who you bully. Watch who you taunt. Watch who you talk about, because you never know what your situation could be. You just never know. So let's all continue to stay in prayer for this man. I'm not going to drop his name. I'm not going to do that. But like I said, he's been homeless out here in this area for at least 3 years. So let's continue to pray for him. Let's just say, for the sake, without dropping his name, let's just say, let's pray for G. Let's just call him G. Okay. I'm not going to give his full name, but let's just call him G. All right. So let's pray for G. All right. Let's pray that, he comes into the knowledge of the truth. Let's pray that he comes into the fold, and let's pray that he comes off of these streets. Okay. Let's pray that he comes into the kingdom. Let's pray that he receives his right frame of mind. And let's pray that he comes off of these streets, and let's pray that he has a testimony. He has a testimony to give. Okay, let's continue to pray for G. All right, everybody, you have a blessed day.